peace, love, divine wisdom. I want to talk to you today about fathers. I know Father's Day is coming up, and it's fathers and forgiveness. A lot of us, when we talk about relationships, we always talk about boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. We don't talk about parent-child relationships and the other type of relationships, but all of them are important. I find that, especially with women, and it affects men too, but little girls love their fathers. And if your father wasn't around, or if your father was abusive, or if your father just didn't live up to whatever society said, and you've been holding that in, you may now have a problem dealing with the men in your life, whether it's your boyfriend, or it's your significant other, or your husband. And I say this because sometimes we're not conscious of the problems we're having. And on a spiritual level, they've always said, or they make it seem like God is a father. They give it the male persona, but God can be the mother too. But from the male perspective of it, I find that when people don't have a good relationship with their father, they usually have a problem believing in anything higher than what they can see. They don't equate it to say, okay, if my father didn't look out for me and I can see that person, then why could it something that I can't see? Why do I trust that? And basically, it's your higher self. It's you. You and your relationship to you. It's you and you. But a lot of people don't understand that. And so the earthly relationships, the relationships you can see, the relationships you can develop with the physical eyes and the senses that you have, sometimes delay or distract you from your spiritual walk, because of the hurt and the pain that you may have with or from those relationships. And so I say to you today, if you need to forgive something that's happened in your past, do so. Because forgiveness helps you. Forgiveness helps you. It helps you. Don't worry about the other person. Let go of anything, any hurt, any pain, any revenge you might be thinking about. Let it go. Ladies, let it go. And I say this to us especially because we will be hurt as children. We will get hurt as teenagers, or whatever time in our lives that it happened. And we will hold on to that pain and will not let it go. And we'll take it out on the men in our lives later on when we have our significant others. We will take that pain out on them. And it's not fair to the one in your life. So as Father's Day approaches, remember anything good you can. And if you can't remember anything good about your father, then you've had father figures. Maybe you don't have your blood father, but you've had father figures in your life. Someone who stepped in and acted like a father. Remember the good that they did for you in your life. Cherish those times. And don't hold grudges against somebody for what they didn't or did do to you, because you have to ask yourself, what is it? What made them do these things? What happened to them in their life that might have caused them to behave in this nature? It's not an excuse for what they did, but it's a way of looking at it from a divine perspective so that you don't hold grudges and you have divine love for all, even the worst of us. you can find love in your heart for. Because when we don't hold a grudge, we can move on and our higher self can do what it needs to do in our lives. So I say this to you, all the women, and even the men. Some of you guys didn't grow up with your father, and you are mad that you didn't grow up with your father. And so for the men who hear this message, forgive them. Because some of them didn't have a choice not to be in your life. Some of them, the women, your mothers, kept them out of your life. Some of them, the society, the law, or their choices, their bad choices kept them out of your life. But forgive them for whatever reason that they're not there or wasn't there, and you didn't get to grow up with them the way you wanted to. Forgive them, because forgiveness helps you. It helps you to move on. It helps you to grow spiritually. So forgive them. Peace.